Okay. Alright, everything's back to normal. Okay, good. Guys, sorry about that. I lost my camcorder. I forgot to put it in, so we're back on sound. And I don't know how that happened. Hold on. Alrighty. Make sure the live stream is working. Alright. We're back up and running. Okay, good. So let me go back to what I was saying. So I was looking at the models. Basically, the GFS often overdoes the temperature, especially with winter storms. It often overdoes the warm air, like this run does. With Winter Storm Gale, the GFS completely overdid the warm air. Even while it didn't have a transition to rain, it had temperatures in the upper 30s, close to 40 degrees in New York City, which never came to pass. The temperatures didn't get above freezing during the storm. Even when a change over to sleet happened because of the warm air loft, there was actually snow that was forming at lower altitudes. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. Let me do a sounding. And the storm is still quite a bit out. But as you can see, you're going to have sub-freezing temperatures with north winds at the surface, which would allow cold temperatures at the surface. So basically, the GFS, look, you're going to have a lot of cold air in place right before the storm comes in. Look, you have all this cold air. You're having a secondary low forming along the coast. You're going to have northeast surface winds, which would normally support cold weather. Let's look at 800 millibars at 5,000 feet, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's go to 700. Okay, cold weather, cold air, no warm air. There's literally the same temperatures aloft that we had with Winter Storm Gale are all the way off coast. Look at all this cold air aloft. You're going to get a significantly stronger storm. You're likely going to have a lot of mixing, especially look at this. Let's look at 24-hour QPF. So precip ends at hour 168. Let's look at total QPF. So you're having about a 1 inch to 1.8, like quite a bit. And looking at precip type, it shows the heavy precip coming in right around hour 138. This is boom when it happens. This is when you have the heavy precip. So the Canadian has it staying as snow, which I actually think is accurate. However, the weakness of this low is pretty unrealistic. I think it's going to be stronger. Looking at total QPF, shows New Boston getting over 2. I think this could be pretty accurate. But let's look at winter weather. Let's go to hour 138. Or 132 even. Let's look at winter weather and go to 10 6-hour snowfall, about 1 inch. Total snowfall, about 3 inches. And then boom, you're going to go to hour 150. New York City has about 7 inches. Then you go to Cuchera, which is going to be even less, about 7. So shows New York City getting about 7 to 9 inches. That's the Canadian run. That's the Canadian. The UK Met. So the UK Met is showing the storm just forming. So here's the storm, well off the coast, like well off the coast. It's showing the storm like very far off the coast. And looking at 6-hour QPF, you're seeing this secondary low. So let's see which way it's advancing. It shows that some of this could pinwheel in. 24-hour QPF. So, and let's look at last night's run. Last night's run, had a storm that was forming off the coast of North Carolina. So here's the thing. So at hour 1:14 last night, you had a similar setup with a low either in western Kentucky or eastern Illinois. Storm was moving westward. 6-hour QPF shows the leading edge of precipitation in southernmost PA, northern Virginia, and just entering the DC area, with surface temperatures indicating that it's going to be all snow. Look at New York City, 20 degrees. 20 degrees in New York City. While the GFS has surface temperatures in New York City well above freezing. So, I mean, temperatures in DC well above freezing, about 7 to 8 degrees warmer with the GFS. The Canadian, also 20 degrees, 19 degrees. The European models typically do much better with temperatures. High res, European. Again, look at all this cold air entrenched. Look at all this cold air that is just sitting over New York City. Just sitting there, and then some warm air tries to work in, but temperatures stay in the low 30s. They don't warm up to the level that you're going to have snow, rain changing to snow changing to rain. Say, look at this, negative 12 to 16 degrees in upstate. Like, look at these temperatures. You really think you're going to get a powerful storm working on this cold air? You're going to have crazy amounts of snow with this. You're going to have snow being wrung out over the New York City area. And so you're having a low forming here, right here, over North Carolina. You're having a low forming. Let's look to earlier run today. A little further east, and south, and this is a little further north, but weaker. And let's look at 6-hour QPF. So there's a key difference. It's further north. So it's, again, further north. You have a storm that's a little bit further north, west, and a little bit weaker. It's showing 6-hour QPF. It's showing light precipitation just trying to come into New York City. So this storm is going to be forming right along the coast, and there's a chance it will try to pinwheel its way up. Looking at temperatures in New York City, you're still going to have temperatures in the 20s. However, there's some warmer air that's trying to work in from the southeast. So you have 40-degree temperatures about 100 miles or 50, 70, 80 miles to the southeast, while New York City's around 27 degrees. In upstate New York, it says temperatures negative 20 degrees. I think that's a little far-fetched. I think something like this is more accurate, like slightly below freezing. And 6Z. So here comes the precipitation. The storm is going further north. So here's 132, hour 132, 138. So here's the storm. And the models are indicating that this could end up stalling off the coast. And if that ends up happening, if the storm does end up stalling, significant amounts of snow are definitely possible. If the storm, especially with all this cold air, bombs out off the coast, because you're having very warm temperatures, very cold air at the surface, boom, oh, damn it. Yep, New York City is not going to get anything from this if this ends up happening. Yeah. Nope. New York City is going to get, wow. The UK Met is completely trying to say New York City is not going to get any snow. Literally, look at this. Look at this little gap in snow right here in New York City. Wow. Lancaster, 3 inches. Like, New York City truly doesn't want to get any snow. I mean, of course, that's just one model run. This is the climate model. So the GDPS shows 5 inches of snow. It's possible. Now I want to wait for the European to come in. Let's look at blend of models now. 4 inches. Let's look at RDPS, which is short term. The RAP, another short term model. So also I'm going to look at Campi Flegrei, which is a volcano in Italy. Campi Flegrei is a volcanic field called the Phlegraean Fields. It's not a supervolcano, but it is a caldera, and it has had borderline supervolcanic eruptions. But it also had some lava flows and effusive eruptions, and also explosive eruptions. Not all eruptions at Campi Flegrei are of the super explosive category. The third Phlegraean period, which happened in the last 5,000 years, was predominantly of the low-end explosive variety of like Stromboli. The most powerful eruption in the last 5,000 years was a low-end VEI, high-end VEI 4, and the last eruption, Monte Nuovo, was a magmatic eruption that had very little like ash. There was a lot of tephra with it. Campi Flegrei is actually a trachy basalt volcano, and the reason it's so explosive is because it's not pure basalt. It's a basalt that is higher in silica. So like Hawaiian basalt is very low in silica. So hotspot volcanoes, especially over the ocean, are known for their effusive eruptions, and they only get explosive when you have hydromagmatic reactions. Most Hawaiian volcanoes most hotspot, aka Hawaiian volcanoes, are effusive, gently flowing lava. Trachybasalt volcanoes are actually extremely explosive because while they are basaltic in nature, it's more of a sticky basalt. It's not like andesite, which erupts frequently but explosively. Trachybasalt, especially in volcanic fields, especially if you have a strong caprock, can halt eruptions for thousands of years, which causes a lot of buildup of gases and leads to very explosive eruptions. There is also andesite at Campi Flegrei. Because the magma sits in the magma chamber for so long, the magma becomes stagnant and gases build up. Even in trachybasalt magmas, you can get a huge buildup of pressure, which can lead to very explosive eruptions. Magma type at Campi Flegrei is oh yes, andesite. Yeah, explosive. Andesite magmas are actually responsible for some super volcanic eruptions, and in fact, Toba magma is also andesite and rhyolite. See, Yep, two rhyolite in composition. Crater Lake is in Oregon is actually rhyodacite, which is andesite to rhyolite. Campi Flegrei is more andesitic and even trachybasalt. See? Or trachybasalts, see? It's not andesite. Rhyolitic. See? See? 4,100 years ago, and very highly explosive caldera forming eruptions that can be in Indian Bright eruption. I'm going to show you the Webby quarter from there. Campi Flake Rye has mostly andesite. It's very low basalt. While Vesuvius has basalt, Campi Flake Rye has more so andesite and maybe some low end rhyolite. But there's also some low silica magma in there, which is why there have been some lower explosive, not as explosive eruptions. The whole rock chemistry displays trachytic to trachyphenolitic compositions. SR isotope data indicate that volcanism in the last 14,900 years was fed by three main compositional end members, referred to as Cl, NYT, or Neapolitan yellow tuff, and Minopoly components. Interestingly, the Ci and NYT, or Neapolitan yellow tuff components, have signatures similar to those volcanic rocks produced during the two caldera forming eruptions. So there's no rhyolite, but there is indicative of some explosive characteristics of the magma, which is higher in silica and lower and higher in gases. Silica traps the gases. What silica does, it bonds to the gas part to the atoms and causes them to stick, which is why silica magmas are higher in gases and more volatile. Magma is not what is explosive. It is the gases that are in the magma that makes it explosive. For example, say you have a solution, right, and you add a substance to it, which I would call silica. Silica will cause that magma to stick. The gases to stick and become more explosive. So let's look at Campi Flake Rye, INGV. There we go, right here. Let's look at current state. Let's look here. Let's look at the. Oops, that's the seismogram. That's the earthquakes. No, that's not what I want to look at. Yeah, real-time seismographs. That's what I want to look at. So at the present moment, okay. Oh wow, they already released the latest information. I forgot. Very unstable. Jesus. Yeah, the magma of the uplift is continuing at a very, very rapid rate. We have already surpassed the 700 mark. Yeah, we've just about surpassed the 700 mark. Because and this is what I want to show you right now. So let's look at the looking at the current, hold on. is what I want to look at. Okay. Portali. No. Portal 2 dot ov dot ingv t slash web data slash se signali underscore rt question mark loc is equal to but only and IDM ID map is equal to 3 and STA is equal to, oh my god, this is a lot of work. SH and comp V and A, capital V and A is equal to O and B equal to O 0 and C 0 and C and C. Oh my god. 0 and T lowercase t is equal to Greenwich Mean Time. And ID T is equal to 0. Just hope it works. No. I think I did something wrong. Yeah. The heck? Portal to the OG, the web data signali, SEGNALI, RT.ASP, and LOC. RT question mark. Portal2.ov .ingv.it slash web data slash signali underscore rt. Okay, so far it's all right. Okay. Oh my god. Signali. Still, no dice. Slash signali underscore rt dot asp rt.asp Of course, rt.asp. Boom! Yes! Alright, so I finally got it to work. I don't want to copy and paste, I just wanted to do it myself. So this is at the seismogram. So yeah. So let's look at earthquakes. The last earthquake was as of 3 days ago. 1.0, nothing too significant, but we so this is where most of the uplift has been. This is where you've had some of the strongest uplift. This is the town of Pozzuoli here. So Pozzuoli is actually right about here. So let's close out some of these other tabs. So here's proof that we might actually have a pretty significant snowstorm. This is one of my favorite songs. Beatles. Oh, always thought it was the Beatles.
Dear Winter, my squad of 15 vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is revving to go.
Watch yourself.
That's the one. The Monkeys.
Wanda.
This is our home.
Howdy, neighbors. Hey, buddy.
This is gonna be a gas! Yes! Oh, I could hide beneath the wing of the bluebird, and I ran wide.
Yeah, WandaVision got me into the song. Literally the ad for this song.
Sleep out of my eyes, shaven razors, and homecoming queen. You once thought of me much, baby. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and homecoming queen?
I don't even know what this song is.
Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen?
They're actually American?
We ordered twins for each of the kids, a dog bed for Ziggy, and a king.
The king has arrived.
Clock alarm would never ring.
I'm looking for fan fiction. There's nothing with super volcanoes. Okay, yeah. Let me guess, do EAS scenario channels exist in the Marvel Universe like they do in our world? Probably not. Maybe so, yeah. Yeah, thanks, Brett. Alright, let's look at the weather now. So we've seen that there's no earthquakes, nothing going on in terms of seismic activity today. Let's look at the last few hours. Well, last day. Nothing. There's a little bit of some background activity, probably from some gases and hydrothermal activity, which is evidenced here. A little bit of activity here. This is evidenced by a movement of magma and their hydrothermal fluids. Most of the earthquakes are attributed towards bradyseism, or the uplift or subsidence of the ground. Currently, the bradyseism is positive because there's uplift right now at the Campiflegrae edifice. There's significant uplift, actually. So here is Vesuvius right here. This is Vesuvius right here. This is the entire Vesuvius volcano. This is Vesuvius. This is the entire caldera. This is Campiflegrae caldera right here. See? Look how much bigger the caldera is. Even each individual crater is almost as big as the Vesuvius complex itself. So any eruption could be a major eruption at Campiflegrae. You could have a tiny one like this, like that's Monte Nuovo. That was a VI2, VI3 eruption. Basically, you had a Strombolian-style eruption here. No one was really killed, but it changed the landscape permanently, and many buildings got destroyed by tephra and lava and falling rocks. Anyway, when you're close to the caldera, you have very low, it's very close to the surface. In fact, some of these quakes were incredibly close to the surface. There was one that was, I believe, if we go back a few days, that was less than half a kilometer away from the surface. It was very close. To go back, these were all revised, but these are all 1 to 2 kilometers away, which even less. So this is indicative that there is some very shallow movement of either magma or hydrothermal fluids. They said that they potentially found some magma at very shallow depths while they were doing a geothermal project. So this is a very volatile situation in the Campiflegrae edifice right now. However, what I want to look at is the uplift. Let's look at here. Let's look at the current uplift at Campi Flegrei. The rate of uplift has been increasing with non-stop increasing of uplift since 2015. Since late 2014, it has uplifted at least 700 meters from 2011. And let's go to recent activity, which will show the uplift from the 1950s through 2011. Document the uplift from 1968. So this is where it stopped. This is where This is where it was starting. This is where they left it off. So 2,500 meters. We're now at 3,200, which is right around here. So we're near the peak of the Campi Flegrei edifice back in 1985. We're very quickly approaching what is basically the peak of the ground uplift over the past several hundred years. In fact, this is what they were showing back then. It looked like the uplift stopped in 2013. It looked like, yes, the uplift had stopped at the time. That was evidenced in 2013 here, and then the uplift just resumed and it never stopped. So there is a great concern, and because of this uplift, they actually put a unrest advisory for the volcano. It's code yellow, and it's still code yellow. They have not taken the code yellow away, especially with this very intense uplift that's been ongoing nonstop for almost 8 years. 7 years of nonstop uplift, and it's very rapid. In fact, this is one of the fastest rising calderas in the world, and the rising of the ground is radiating out from Pozzuoli as far away as 30 miles away. There's uplift, especially on the west side as well. Where there's no earthquake, there's also uplift. So there's a very good chance that this could be a very violent eruption. Whether it will occur in the next few years or in a decade remains to be seen. But there's a good chance that the Roman town of Baiae, the submerged part of that Roman villa will come out of the water within the next several years. I'm estimating, if there's no eruption and there's no more subsidence, at the current rate of uplift, if it does not change, it should take about roughly 10 years before some of the tops of the statues will start coming out of the water, and maybe another decade before it's fully exposed and new land masses will form. If the uplift accelerates like we had in the 60s, in the 80s, and it does this for several years, you'll have maybe uplift of 20 to 30 feet. And that will definitely bring a lot of the land mass out of the water, and then it will set you up for a possible supervolcanic eruption in a few decades, if it doesn't stop. But there's a very good chance that it will. Let's look at the European right now. We're still waiting for it to come. This is total snowfall accumulation. The European model is showing about 9 inches of snow for New York City. Quite a bit of snow for Boston. Washington. So this looks like a very big storm. Look at this, 38 inches for parts of Virginia. This is just incredible. We might just get a big thumping of snow all up and down the East Coast. Look at this, 30 inches of snow. I'll be away from the keyboard for a couple minutes. I will be right back.
Small weight savings, but
I'll be right back. I'm just going to step away from the keyboard for a few minutes. Okay, guys, I'm back. Let's look at the urim now. Urim should just be coming in, like maybe the first few hours there. Hour 36. Washington's not getting any snow, and it looks like, yeah. Storm's going to be pretty much dud according to this run. Again, Alright, so we're having steady uplift at Campi Flegrei. The European model is just coming in now. So let's look at hour 54. There's that storm that's supposed to bring us all the snow. Should just be having some precipitation starting in western Texas at this time. Just starting. Oh, looks like not yet. Alright. So let's look. Oh, look at a little bit of background activity right there. So just past few seconds. This is updated every 40 seconds. Every, like, yeah, there we go. A little bit right there. See. There. See. Nice. December 2020, Metro North approved a federal FTA of $334 million contract for Siemens to manufacture and test 19 dual mode locomotives with the option for an additional 8 more. Nice, finally. Ooh. And 66 additional locomotives. Railroad alternate configuration. These dual modes would have to work on both Amtrak and Metro North signal systems and be able to sustain 110 miles per hour in service. So wow, these trains are going to be going at 110. Nice. Alright. That's a lot better now. So here's that system that's going to be coming in. Let's go to hour 144. About 24 hours later, we're going to be having a pretty powerful coastal storm off the coast, it looks like. So 12 hours later, yeah, 992, and then it's going to end up going northeast or east. Feel good. Yeah, right here. Yes, right here. Yeah, right here in the middle. Yeah. A little down. Okay, right here. Yeah. Can you slow down? Slow. Can you put more pressure, please? No, but slow. Can you do like hard but slow? No, pressure. Can you put more pressure? Yeah, right there, right there. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Sorry. Can you do right here? Here. No, can you do here? I can't reach. Yes, up. Yes, here. Up, right here, yes. No, here. See, look right here. For like a minute, no, right there. No, up, right there, yes, right here. Yeah, right there, no. Here. Right here. No. Yeah, harder. Up, can you go up and down? Yeah, like here. Near the shoulder. Yes. And then down. Yes, right there, yes. Up. Please. Thank you, G. Can you go up again?
Just rest.
Can you check my temperature, please? Can you please check my temperature? No, right here, yeah, here. Gene, can you check my temperature, please? I'm hot. Check. Gene. Try it again, I don't feel good. Okay. Gene, let me try one more time. No, can you do it here? Gene, I'm not, see, right here, do it here. No, here.
What? Yeah. See?
No,
Not take
see,
your.
see.
You try to.
No, see? Okay, I'm doing, I know where to do it, 'cause I feel hot here. I feel very hot here. Here. No, it has to be a little bit further. You're too close. You have to be a couple inches, like right here. See? I know the right spot to do it, okay. See, okay, G, no.
You can't too much away.
G, look, no, G, see? When you're doing it, you have to do it at least 2 inches away. Too close.
Right. You see?
No, you're supposed to do it 5 inches away. Like this. That's the correct distance. No. G, right here. Like, okay, when you do it, this is how far it has to be. This is too close.
When you
This is the correct.
when you try leg, you know.
It's high. Right here, that's the correct distance. Too close. Not too far. It has to be right here. Okay.
Yeah.
G,
I tell you
this
good.
is-
You good. I tell you good. You try to you.
G, I'm not joking. I feel very hot. See?
No, just if you.
G, hold
I
on.
tell you good. I ask you to go to rest because you good. You know because you.
G, I feel very hot.
And you just need to take the air and your
G, can you do it one more time, please? No, too close. No, that's correct. No, do it like that's too far. That's too far. Yes. A little bit closer. No, closer. That's good. Yes. close. Okay, Gene, one last time. Okay, Gene, do it here, in this area. Not too far, like this. That's the correct distance. No, one more time. Go. What does it say? Okay, Gene, last time. Gene, I know the correct distance. See, this is the correct distance.
Okay, you good. I ask you only, not force, not force to do, not force. So
See?
well, just go to lay and then with the air. And
Oh, I'll take some medication for
Yeah.
fever.
Yeah. Yeah, take your medication. But you
Hold on, I want to do a video for my friend. Hold on.
You finish.
Hold on.
You get you.
Hold on. I'm doing a video. Hold on. I need a minute.
You not.
I don't feel very good right now, guys. I feel like crap. Like everything's hurting me right now. I feel shit.
You try. Force. Give me this. I give me. You finish. You okay. You finish.
Here's my temperature.
You try to take your.
Okay, can you stop, please? Please, I need 2 minutes. I'm making a video, please. I don't feel good. I just need a couple minutes. Okay, I'm making a video. Guys, I'm not feeling good right now.
You try.
As you can see.
You try to move it. Okay.
Hey, Rain. I'm burning a fever right now.
You try. You
I'm not feeling very good. Yeah.
Don't tell your family.
Yeah?
Don't tell your family
Don't tell my family what?
that you have a fever.
Why?
Because, you know, it's just going to cause a whole bunch of drama. You're just going to blame it on vaccine. And it's just going to be a shitstorm of non-pleasant. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Rain, I wanted, I was taking a video of my temperature right when you called.
Why?
I wanted to show a couple of my friends in this chat group that I'm in my temperature and right. Hold on, let me call you back. I wanted to show them on video. Please, I want to take a video of my temperature, please. No, but I got interrupted with a phone call, please, and it got deleted. Can I just one more time, just last time, please? I'm gonna check my temperature one more time. Please, just one more time, Gene, please. Last time. I promise you, last time. That's it, last time. No, let me do it. No, I want to do it because it's Rain. I'll call you back in a second. I just have to do something very quick. I'll call you right back. No, please don't talk. I'm doing a video. Guys, I don't feel good. I have a fever right now. Again, stop.
You go.
I'm doing a video. I don't feel very good. I'm checking my temperature right now. See. As you see, it's a little bit elevated. It's like 100 something about a minute earlier.
Give me the temperature.
Thank you for watching. Bye.
I don't feel very good. I'm taking my temperature right now. See.
I'm going to bed right now. Taking some Motrin, I'm going to bed. Rain, I just took Motrin. I'm going to bed now. Yeah, I'm already in bed. I just took Motrin. Have a good night. Good night. Yeah. So, just want to look at the European quickly. So it looks like the storm is going to go out to sea. I have a very strong feeling that this storm is going to end up taking a track that's going to be out to sea. Yeah, everything's just been going out to sea, out to sea, out to sea. I mean, it's showing storm stalling off the coast. Look at this. You see what I'm talking about? And then what's going to end up happening is this system is going to basically reform somewhere over here, and that's going to... You're going to have basically a very large, elongated system. See, 24-hour QPF. I mean, this is only one model. Keep in mind, this is only one model. So if you look at EPS's ensembles, you see how far off the coast it is? So it's basically showing a storm that's going to be off the coast. So basically we're going to have a type of storm that I would call a yeah. So basically we're going to have a storm that I would like to call a coastal misser. It's going to miss us. How is it going to miss us? It's going to loop itself and then it's going to head out to sea. I mean, this looks like it's going to come up the coast, but then it's going to basically stretch itself out. It's going to, I mean, if it comes up far enough north and it has more moisture, let's look at the moisture rate with the system. It shows very little moisture with the system. Considering where it's coming from, I think this storm will not be moisture starved. See, it's showing very little precip now. See? There's a possibility that this storm could be producing quite a bit of precip. This looks like a long duration nor'easter coastal flood event. And the GFS, on the other hand, is showing a different situation. We have to wait